And our top round is going to go with oven roasted potatoes. Now take a look at that. Is that beautiful or what? And before you brown any type of a roast, you really want to wipe it off with some paper towels. So do that. Get the roast dried all the way around because this is going to help in the browning process. And also start your pan. Get your pan going. So I'm going to turn my heat up here, and I want to put some olive oil in this pan. So a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Oh, about a tablespoon or so in the bottom, again, of a heavy-duty pan. First thing we want to do is put some garlic in the meat. So to do that, you just cut up some garlic cloves, like so. Make little slivers of garlic, and just embed them in the meat. Push them really well into the meat. Now you can add as few or as many as you like. I like garlic, so I'm going to put, about 12 in here. I'm not going to put all 12 in now because that would take forever and you would fall asleep on me, so I'll just show you. I'll just simulate what you do. So you make a nice deep incision going all the way around the meat and shoving those garlic cloves really in so they're embedded. You go around the back also, putting the garlic cloves in deep. Then you want to give this some salt and pepper. Salt and pepper the roast, and then it's ready to go into the pot. Okay, I think you get the idea on the garlic. So now we'll get rid of this. Got to wash my hands though because I don't want to go into my salt and pepper with raw meat juices on my hands. So there's our meat. Now we give it a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Now it's ready to go. So in our hot pot with the oil, we want to get our meat in. And this is about 2 1/4 pounds. Listen to that sizzle. Is that great or what? So now you really need to brown that on all sides. So you've got to really watch it. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit now. It's going to take a little while, about 20 minutes to do that on all sides. And then you want some aromatic vegetables with it. Here we have some celery. I'm going to move this out of the way. We have celery. We have some carrots. I'll cut up some celery tops. Never throw away celery tops because that's always great in a brassato like this. And here are some extras, so I'll just put those in with that. And we want some herbs. Here we have some fresh parsley that we diced up. Here we have fresh basil. We're going to be using that. And also some carrots. And I like carrots in a brassato because this gives a really nice sweet flavor, and I like to just grate the carrot up on a cheese grater. So as it browns, turn it over. You see how nice that looks on one side? Turn it over. And as it's browning, you want to give it some onion. So here we have just 1 white onion. We're going to put some onion in. 1 medium onion will be fine. Some onion around there. And then with this, I like to make a little bit of tomato paste with some red wine. So here's tomato paste, about 2 tablespoons. You want about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of red wine. Mix that together. And I also like to use some vinegar in this recipe. And today I'm using balsamic vinegar, not the traditional balsamic vinegar, but the commercial balsamic vinegar. This is something you can cook with. It's not an aged vinegar. You can find this in the grocery store. When your meat is browned entirely on all sides, you add some of the vinegar. Add some, about 2 tablespoons or 1/4 cup, 2 to 4 tablespoons is plenty. And just let that evaporate off. It has a really nice sweet and sour flavor. Agrodolce is what we call it in Italian. And then you add your celery tops. You can see that this is going to create some really nice meat juices, even though we haven't put a lot of liquid with that. Carrots go in around and on top of the roast. And this is a roast that's going to cook on top of the stove. And then our herbs. Here is our fresh parsley. That goes in. Here's some nice fresh basil. And I want to just take a couple sprigs like that and just put it in like that, whole. So that goes in. It's starting to smell really good in here. And then the last thing we need to put in is that tomato and wine mixture. So we pour that in. This is going to make a nice sauce. So you put that all together, so easy. Just kind of mix it around a little bit. Put the top on, and you want a pan that's just large enough to hold this roast now, to keep in all of those juices and flavors. Turn the stove temperature down on a very low flame. And that's going to take, about 1.5 to 2 hours to cook.